Hello to Lynn Campbell. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you, Ruben. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thinking a bit of chat to you today. So, can you roughly how long have you been a singer-songwriter for?
I started writing back in 2013, but because my children were very young at the time and I was working full time, I didn't really have a lot of time to devote to writing. So everything was kind of put to one side. But when lockdown happened, it gave me the time I needed to start writing again. So I decided to finish the album that I had started a few years prior. Um, and I've just taken my time doing it because I still work full time and I still have the boys. So I'm doing it at my own pace, but I've finally managed to finish recording album number one. And it's officially released now, but the official launch date is actually next week, but it has been released there about 6 weeks ago.
So, what was it like going into the recording studio when you first went there?
It was very nerve-wracking at the start, because I had no idea what to expect. But it was very enjoyable, and my producer Terry McGinty very quickly put me at ease, and it was a really really enjoyable experience, and I loved it, and I loved the fact that he was adding in extra instruments as well, that he was playing himself, and that he had this ability to get inside my head and hear the music that I had heard. And it was just, really nice to speak to someone that knew what they were doing because I didn't. And that I was able to create something new, and I still enjoy doing it.
So, what was it like to release your debut single called "The Appeal"?
I was very nervous about it too. But it was something I felt that I had to do. Um, I knew that not everybody was going to like, my style of music, and that's okay. But I didn't do it to please anybody else. I did it to please myself, and I write primarily for my own enjoyment. And if everyone else likes it, then that's fantastic. But at the same time, I was very proud of the fact that I had written something myself and that it was being released and being put out into the public. Um, so it was a really good achievement for me, and it gave me the confidence that I needed as well, to keep going and keep writing to see, what would come of it.
So, can you tell me more about the Appeal, that single that released?
The Appeal is the last song on the album, and the album I've written every song is a chapter to the story, and the Appeal is a part of the story where Jack has actually been sentenced to 45 years, and he's trying to appeal the decision. Um, but the appeal doesn't go his way, and he just gets stuck in jail basically for the rest of his life.
So, can you tell me more about the single that was called "Stupid and Crazy"?
Stupid and Crazy, that is actually my favorite song on the album, and it is the only co-write as well. Um, it was co-written with Eamon Patrick Walsh, who lives in Ireland as well. He lives down in Wexford or Wicklow. Um, and it's the part of the story where Mary has left Jack and he's trying to get her back, but she's basically telling him that there's no chance, and if he thinks that she's going to come back to him after all his cheating and things like that, then he's a very stupid and crazy man.
So, continuing more, the single is called "Head Over Heels."
Head Over Heels, it's an upbeat song, but and more country in style than some of the others, but Jack is still fairly optimistic at this stage, and he thinks that he will win Mary back, because he has done so many times before. So even though there's the kind of an upbeat beat to the song, it's not something that's going to work out for him.
So, where do you get your inspiration for songwriting?
Um, this is a very funny story. So I was off work one day. I had no experience in songwriting. I had no intentions of ever doing songwriting. And one day I was off work looking after my son. He was sick, and I had to run an errand for my mum. And I was flicking through the TV stations before, and there was an episode of Jerry Springer on. And for the minute that I actually watched the show, there was a man on TV admitting to having an affair. And I thought, he's crazy. He's crazy doing this, live on TV in front of his wife. And I headed off anyway to do my errand, and I was thinking, I wonder what happened after the show. Did she leave him, or did they get back together? And I started thinking, that would make a good song. So while I was driving up the road, thought, I'm going to try and write a song for this. And by the time I got home, which was about an hour and a half later, I had made up the first verse and chorus to the song Please Try. So after I finished that a few days later, I thought, this is a really enjoyable hobby. And I thought, I wonder, can I do it again, or, what can I do next? So I just thought, use my imagination, take it as a story about a man and a woman, and she has found that he's been cheating on her, and just try and run with that theme and write a song about what I think might have happened next. So I did that, and then when I had that song done, I thought maybe I'll write about what happened before she found out about the affair. So I wrote that, and then I just kept going back and forward until I realized I had a full album written.
So could you tell me about your latest single called Did You Mean It?
Did You Mean It? Is it's a ballad. It's more easy listening in style than country, and it's a part of the story where Mary is wondering, will she or will she not give him another chance? And at this stage, she's probably fed up with all the chances that she has given him. And she's thinking more along the lines of leaving and starting a new life. And that's what the song Did You Mean It is about.
So was it like to record your debut album, or the story of Jack and Mary?
It was great fun. It did take a few years, I suppose, because it's just whenever I got the time fitted in that I could go to the studio. But Terry McGinty, my producer, has been very, very good to me, and he's taught me and guided me as we've went along, and I've learned, more and more about the production process. And he's involved me as I've gone on. He's involved me so much more as well. So I'm getting to see a different side of it now. But being in the studio, I call it my happy place. So in the studio is my happy place, and it's just something that I thoroughly enjoy, and something that probably the only thing really that I actually do for myself, and not for everything else. Because as a wife and a mother, everything you do is for your family. But this is my thing. This is my wee happy place there, where I get to go to when I have the free time, and that's just something I really, really enjoy doing, and I think probably always will.
So are you going to work on any new music in the near future?
Am I going to what? Sorry.
Maybe working on any new music in the near future?
Yeah, I actually have the second album written. Even though I didn't get to the studio a while out, I still continue to write. Every time the idea comes into my head, I write a song out. So album number 2 at the minute is called Complications, but I'd say it'll be a few years yet before that's released. I'm going to work, now maybe about getting equipment and things like that I need, and maybe try doing more support gigs and things like that. Try and go through that side. But it just depends. It depends on how much time that I have. But whatever comes my way, I'll take it with a blessing.
So what's it like being a independent artist for you?
That's great. I absolutely love it. I have made so many new friends through music, friends that have become really close friends, and that I get to see you regularly now, and even talk to the friends from abroad and from far away. I would talk to them regularly, and they have been very, very good to me when it comes to, looking for advice and things like that, and help that I need as well. And it's like having another family. It's like having a music family, and everyone very much supports each other. And that's what I like about independent artists. We all support each other. We're all there for each other. And I haven't come across one person yet who isn't like that. That's an independent artist. I think it's a great family to be part of, and I'm very grateful for it.
So, congratulations on your award that you won at the Fair Play Academy Music Awards for the album of the year for the story of Jack and Mary. So, what was that like to be a winner, to pick up an award?
I was very, very shocked. My whole family traveled over for the weekend. We had no expectations. I was just looking forward to having some family time and also getting to meet up with my music friends, and meeting new people as well. And we met up with people that lived in my area that I hadn't met before, but they were there for the awards too. And it was great to see so many local people at it as well. But I had no expectations of winning an award. Obviously, I was hoping I would win one, and I was nominated in 16 categories, so I knew there was a chance that I could win something. But I didn't honestly think that I would. The the standard of music was incredible through all the different categories. It was so, so good. Um, and when they announced my name, I was just completely shocked. My legs went to jelly. I could hardly even walk to the stage. I don't really remember what I said on stage when they gave me the award, but it was an amazing feeling. It really was. And I was so proud of myself, you know, to win an award for something that I had written, and that I was being acknowledged as a songwriter, um, by two panels of judges. Um, it was amazing, and it was great, and it made everything so worthwhile.
I know you got an album launch coming up on the 3rd of October at the Lifford and Courthouse. So, can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, the Lifford Old Courthouse. It's a local venue. It's here in the town where I live, here in Lifford. Um, and I have performed there a few times in the past as support acts for different people. And now it's my turn, so I'm really looking forward to that. I have a lot of other singers performing on the night as well. Lorraine McCauley from Ballyshannon, who also won an award in Holland at the weekend. Dan Washburn from Canada is flying in as well. He's going to be singing at it too, and he actually also won an award. He was there from Canada as well. He won an award at it as well, and who else is there? A good friend of mine from the music room called Philip White. He's going to be compere. Regina McDermott is going to be there. She was a Glór Tíre finalist a number of years ago. And Strawman from Balbuffet. He is kind of like indie rock. So everyone that's coming has all their different styles of music. So it's not just going to be country music on the night. There's going to be something for everybody. There's country, easy listening, gospel, indie rock, and different styles like that. So it should be a nice variety night.
So, I know you've got a family, but any thoughts about coming over to the UK at some point in the near future?
Yeah, I do have friends in Liverpool as well that are very eager to get me over. And then I have a friend too, a singer-songwriter in Stoke-on-Trent called Seamus Fitzmaurice, sorry, Seamus Fitzsimmons, and I've done some work with him. So there is some plans to try and get over there, hopefully before Christmas to Liverpool, and we'll see them maybe next year for everywhere else.
So, finally, can you tell me this? We're going to find you on your social media.
Um, Mostly on Facebook. That would be the main one that I use. I'm not great with social media yet. So if anybody wanted to contact me, you can contact me on Facebook at Lynn Campbell Music. Um, I am on Instagram too and Twitter, but I don't use them a while lot. And if you want to listen to me music, you'll get it on all major downloading platforms. You'll be able to get it on iTunes and Spotify as well. I suppose that's the two main ones. Spotify would probably be the best. But yeah, if anybody wants to contact me, probably Facebook would be the best.
Thank you. Let me chat to you today.
Sorry?
Thank you. Let me
Line
chat
dropped.
to you today.
Oh, that's my pleasure. I'm very delighted to be here. I'm delighted that you've asked me to be interviewed. Very appreciative.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Have a lovely evening. Take
And
care.
goodbye.
Bye, Ruben.
Goodbye.
Bye.